Hi, welcome back to our channel. Dion is still editing plasma exchange videos, so I thought I may share something with you, something that probably is not going to take long, but it's quite important for me. So I found this gem on the internet. It's a picture, it's a picture of a garden, as you can see. But it came with this description: before you call this a banger of a job, consider that insects are the bottom row of the house of cards that we call a food chain. They also pollinate our food crops. Wipe out insects with atrocities like this, and the house of cards comes toppling down, and with it our survival. Okay, well, yeah, you can think about insects and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with thinking about wildlife. So people were commenting on it. It was on Twitter, and they said, this is part of my front garden as seen from my office. My back garden is equally scruffy and has a pond. If people stop covering their spaces with crap, UK wildlife wouldn't be in the state that it is. I really hope that UK wildlife doesn't have to rely on the bush in our gardens, but okay. Another one was, we are urgently, someone needed to tag Teresa Coffee in this one. We urgently need restrictions on this, Teresa Coffee. Please, could you make a move before it's too late? Petitions have succeeded in showing public opinion, but were rejected by government nonetheless. Someone showed another garden with beautiful flowers. A garden without flowers, no soul at all. What's the point? This is my garden in summer. Get it full to the brim with flowers, bees and butterflies everywhere. I suppose that's very good for people with allergic to pollen, but okay. The money they spent on that atrocity could have gone towards a few years' wages of a fortnightly gardener. Listen, from what I've seen from these gardens, the people in this thread are quite privileged, so don't worry about them. If you can't be asked to do your own gardening but want a beautiful space, which this is not, pay someone to do it for you. They clearly have the funds. Yeah, the funds are not everything, and it's not about not wanting to do certain things. Sometimes it's about not being able to do certain things. My hope is that in a few years everyone realizes how awful garden carpet is, just as they did with bathroom carpet. Yeah, I'm there with you. I don't know why people put carpet in their bathrooms. This is a gem. By committing such an extent of their property to violence against nature, this household should pay 50% more council tax than green neighboring properties with lawns, plants and trees that provide CO2 capture, water capture, wildlife habitat. Horrible sterile wasteland. It's giving me a headache just looking at it. I like wild gardens, mixing up my herbs with peas and my root veg, fighting a gentle war against weed that asks for thoughtful consistent effort and not total eradication. Listen, of all the wars in the world out there, you are thinking about your peace fighting with something else in your garden. Are you okay in your head? Okay. That even looks awful. Why have a minimalist garden? If I lived next door to that, I would be tempted to install a couple of beehives and create a large, tall, wild section at the bottom of the garden. Push back. You know what? This is really funny because this is a picture of me in my garden. No, I'm just kidding. This is a picture of me in the park, a city park. None of this wildlife is mine. You know what is mine in this picture? The wheelchair. And you know what I think when I look at this garden that everyone is saying that is disgusting? I'm thinking like, wow, that is the garden that I could actually go outside to and sit there in my wheelchair. Even if I feel better, I could go there with my walker. I look at this garden and I see potential for disabled people. I am absolutely gobsmacked that no one else can see that, and everyone is talking about bags. Everyone is talking about like people paying more and how like there's no soul. Hey, I like walking too, but I can't. Okay, so I like having flowers in the garden, but just I can't take care of the flowers. So how about you people all just pipe down with your ableist criticism and think who may actually this garden benefit? Because I also think about my grandma who's got dementia, she can't go outside anymore, not on her own, but she could totally go into this garden. I could actually put a nice place for her to sit, and that would be nice. Another reason why someone may need a garden like that is because they don't actually want a garden at all, but you know what they want? A dog. I want a dog, and I could live in an apartment, not a problem, if there was a lift. But also, very often, freeholders of the properties, even if I bought an apartment, still wouldn't let me keep a dog in there. So, people who want a dog very often have to choose gardens. But one takeaway from me from all of this is, first of all, people don't think about disability in our society nowadays. They think about wildlife in the gardens. It's not even like anyone is asking for these people to change their gardens to anything more accessible. This is someone else's garden. How selfish of an asshole do you have to be to not see it for what it is? It's an accessible garden, low maintenance. Maybe someone needs that, maybe you don't. Be happy that you don't. And another thing is that if you think so little, or actually you don't think at all about disabled people who could actually use this garden, or older people who could use this kind of space, how on earth can I trust you when it comes to greener future, when it comes to giving up the car and using public transportation? Is there a space in your head to even envisage accessible public transportation, let alone actually create one? Because obviously you are against people having gardens that suit them. So I don't really know what the future with people like that looks like. I'm scared. I'm probably gonna have more takes like that about disability in the future. If you like it, just comment, subscribe, like the video, dislike the video, tell me what you think about this garden. So yeah, thank you for watching.